I think you guys really can't see anything. Probably turn back that way. Well, check this out. Won't be able to do those things. We're gonna have to pack this thing up, guys, and we're gonna have to go into the comfort of my own home. And that's okay because that sun is literally right there. It is right there, right there. Oh man, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but as you can see, this is why it's literally called the Homemade Podcast Sports. Okay, so guys, check this out, man. We are back. We're back. We're back. Guys, who will be the next head coach at Texas A&M University? Who will it be? Who will it be? Well, I'm gonna just say this. I'm looking at two specific guys here, and maybe three. Just throw out that wild card and just surprise the hell out of everybody. But I'm looking at two specific guys. Number one is Mike Elko. Okay, I'm heavily looking at that guy. And Mike Elko, if you're listening, come on home. Come on home. Okay. Dan Lanning and company. I'm just gonna tell you guys this. Yeah, I know I was on the other podcast talking about Dan Lanning and stuff like that. Guys, Dan Lanning didn't come. He's not coming. He has solidified himself at Oregon, and that's totally fine with me. Just like he said, hey man, I got some unfinished business here. So to Dan Lanning and to the Oregon Ducks, hey, go ahead and take care of your business, okay? Kalen DeBoer, I think Kalen is a long shot over there at Washington, man. I honestly don't think he's leaving either. And it is what it is. But this is the thing. I don't think they even much talk to those guys like that. I think that was just a whole lot of speculation and stuff like that. But then again, I think they may have. Hell, man, you never know. So, like I say, man, number one right now for me is the Duke's head coach, Mike Elko. Number two is the UTSA head coach, and yes, UTSA fans, if you're listening, yes, guys. Number two is Jeff Traylor. And number three is the guy they keep on throwing around, man. I cannot remember his name for the life of me for whatever reason. Hold on 1 second. Let me try to get his name again. But man, I can't remember that guy's name. But I know I had heard something about this. I think his name is Schumann. You guys got to give me his first name. I'm not sure what his first name is, but his name is Schumann. And like I say, man, for the life of me, I can't remember. Oh, Glenn Schumann. Glenn Schumann is the wild card. And this is just what I believe right now. I believe Glenn is the heavy wild card. I believe Mike Elko could very well be in the driver's seat. Somebody talking about Sark. Man, come on now. Get out of here. Sark ain't coming to no damn A&M. Sark is at Texas and Sark will stay at Texas. I think you're a Texas fan that creep in here. But shout out to all of you guys for coming into the podcast and listening, man. But like I say, I honestly believe the number one choice right now is Mike Elko. I know Duke fans aren't going to be happy if that guy indeed is the number one guy. No, I haven't heard anything, but this is just me just putting some things out there, man. But because then again, I'm hearing too much of Mike, and I think Mike Elko may very well be he may very well be the next head coach of Texas A&M. I'm not gonna lie to you. It will be a reunion. I think it's a job that Mike would want to come back to. He did love his time in College Station, man. I think a lot of people honestly forget that. But Mike did love his time in College Station. He got along with basically everybody, from the offensive players to the defensive players. He was something like he was something like Jimbo Fisher, man. He was very genuine. Okay, no, I didn't say he got the head coaching style of Jimbo Fisher. I didn't say that, but he was very, very genuine. He was himself, and he loved the kids around him, and he loved the kids he coached. Just like at Duke out there, man. He loves how the way he coaches those kids. He loved the kids that's under his leadership. So man, who knows? I will throw Elijah Robinson in there as number 4. Okay. I'm going to honestly say that. Now, man, look, this is what I've been hearing. I've been hearing a lot of guys say, "Oh, well, man, Texas A&M job in like how they say it is." Man, that is not one of the premier programs. Well, I'm here to tell you, man, that's a lie, because Texas A&M has everything you need. And this sounds like a broken record now. Texas A&M by far has the money. All right, yes, people. A lot of people come for money. They have the money. Texas A&M has the recruiting base, which is Texas alone. Texas A&M has the alumni base. Texas A&M has the fan base. Texas A&M has the boosters, which is up there with the money, of course. And Texas A&M has the most important thing. They have tradition. Okay, they have tradition. Once again, and we've been saying this for over I think I'm gonna say 30 years, because R.C. Slocum woke them up. Texas A&M is a sleeping giant. They are. They're a heavily sleeping giant. They just need the right coach to come in, coach them, wake them all the way up, and stay up. R.C. Slocum had them up. R.C. Slocum could not get it because he could not retain his coordinators. For the life of me, man, A&M just did not want to give him the money to retain his guys. And I hate that. I hate it. But RC had no choice but to just say, "Hey, man, go ahead and go and do what you got to do." He didn't have the money. He didn't. I hate it for him, because RC was supposed to have about 2 national titles, man. I can honestly say that. It's a lot of Texas fans that does not like Texas A&M. They will come and tell you that. Florida State will tell you that themselves, because Bobby Bowden knows for sure that RC was supposed to be up there with him so far as national titles are concerned. But RC was supposed to have 2, man. We under RC Slocum's tenure, Texas A&M was national title bound 5 years out of his career. At least 5 years out of his career, they were a national title. I'm talking about bound, a national title contender. Dabo is not coming. Dabo Swinney is not on our list, people. Dabo Swinney will stay at Clemson until he retires. I honestly believe that. They're not going to ever fire Dabo. That's a lie, unless Dabo goes 5-7 one season, 6-6 the next, 5-7 the next season. That's the only way they'll fire that guy. Other than that, Dabo Swinney will stay with Clemson forever. Okay? And that's just that. E-Raw would rule at Baylor when they turned the program around. Matt Rule is not coming over here. Elijah Robinson, he will be on the list. I will say that. I just don't believe Elijah Robinson will be the next head coach of Texas A&M. But hey, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I will say this, though. Any coach that comes in, they will keep Elijah Robinson. They will keep Damian Craig as the wide receivers coach. I believe they'll keep Bob Petrino. Most of that coaching staff that you see, I believe they'll keep them. Adazio, he's gone. The offensive line coach, he will be gone. He will be fired on the spot. I'm going to put that out there now. He will be absolutely fired on the spot, man. I just think it's a whole lot that went on within his tenure as offensive line coach. I hate it, but honestly believe he'll be fired probably within 24 hours of the new head coach coming in. But like I say, man, I believe that Mike Elko is the one that has the best shot. All right, and that's just that. I will say this though. And I'm gonna name this, and we're gonna go ahead and get off. The top 10 hardest jobs, and I'm gonna go tier 1, tier 2. The top 10 hardest jobs. Number 1 is Alabama. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 is Georgia. Number 4 is Michigan. Number 5 is Texas. Yes, guys, Texas is in the top tier of hardest jobs in top tier, like most wanted jobs, to be honest with you. But they're number 5. Number 6 is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is hard as shit. Number 7 is Penn State. Number 8 is LSU. Number 9 is Nebraska, and number 10 is Texas A&M. These are the 10 most hardest jobs, okay, in all of college football. People don't want to believe that. Yes, I'm going to put A&M at number 10 because A&M will absolutely. I'm sorry. Let me redo that. I can't put A&M at number 10. Oklahoma is number 10. I'm sorry. I don't know how I did not mention Oklahoma, but Oklahoma is number 10. Those are the top 10 most hardest jobs, but that's tier 1, okay? Because those jobs demand a lot, and they demand national titles because they've seen them before. They've won them before. Those are the only jobs that can say, hey, man, we got this X amount of national titles. Now, Penn State, I threw them in there knowing that Penn State hadn't won the national titles since the 80s. I know this part. Notre Dame hadn't won the national title since the 80s. I know this part. They have 11. Okay, so it is what it is. But those are your top 10 most hardest jobs. That's tier 1. Tier 2, number 1 is Texas A&M University because they are a sleeping giant. But they are in tier 2 of top 10 hardest and most wanted jobs. Okay, but they're right there. They are tier 2 because we have everything that you need. All right, number 2 is Clemson, and Clemson has won already. Clemson has seen it already, but number 2 is Clemson. Number 3, and I'm gonna just name 5 of these. Number 3 is Auburn because Auburn is right there. They've always been right there. All right, that's number 3. Number 4 is Tennessee. Tennessee is in the mix, and they're going to forever stay in the mix. Okay, and you guys have to honestly believe that. But they're going to stay in the mix. Number 4. Man, what is my number 4? Golly, I cannot think of it. Number 4 is and these teams were just kind of like rolling off my head, man. Golly, man, I can't think of a number. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 4 is Florida. Florida's over there, and they're going to stay there, man. But Florida is pretty much tier 2, okay? But then again, like I said, Florida has seen national titles, okay? They've seen 2 of them. But Florida's number 2, and number 5 is I'm trying to think of this stuff right off the top of my head, man. Number 5, and I don't know why I didn't put them up there higher, but number 5 is USC. And USC has everything, okay? But USC is kind of like tier 2. Although, man, USC has a stack of national titles, okay? And they're a blue blood program up there with the rest of them. They're up there with the rest of them, but they're in tier 2 only because USC been kind of just falling back for a little while, man. But USC is tier 2, and you can win at USC, okay? You can absolutely win. But like I say, man, number 1 is Texas A&M when it comes to tier 2. Top 10, like most challenging jobs, hardest jobs. But A&M is up there in the top 5 for the most wanted jobs when that position comes up. Okay, so you guys have to believe that. You guys let me know what you guys think and stuff like that, man. Just comment in there. All you need to realize, this was the first game Petrino had full reins of the offense. This wasn't the first game. Let's just say that this was the first SEC game where he had full control of that offense. First SEC game. The Miami game, he had control. Okay. The other 2 games before that, he had control. The Ole Miss game, you can see that he started working in his own play call. I will honestly say that. All right, but hey, guys, that is it. Let me go ahead and get on out of here. I got to go to work. I thank all of you guys tuning in. I will be back on tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys later on. Kick 'em.